full disclosure to my brain, I'm trying to stay positive, but it is honestly a battle for me. I have that doubt, that internal eating away at my confidence. I laugh so I don't scream. Welcome to round 4 of the NextGolf Open tournament. I don't even have a ball with me yet. Come on. There we go. What I'm going to do today is just talk my way through this round, completely open and as honest as possible, so that you can hear all of the self-doubts I have and the ways that I try to talk myself out of that. And I also only have 1 hour of bay time. It is also daylight savings today, so I'm on an hour less of sleep. My body feels like it's 5 in the morning, so I haven't done a warm-up. I'm just gonna skip this warm-up because let's just get at this round as though we just rolled out of the car, we were tight for our tee time, and let's see how you can still break 80, hopefully, with an old body, a stiff mind, and let's see. Honestly, that was a really dumb intro. Okay, here we go. So opening tee shot, I'm just trying a nice little light driver. It's only 200 some odd yards up there. You know what? I am actually doubting myself already. It's too early for that. We're gonna go 5 wood off the tee here because I think it's gonna be a little bit more reliable. Tee that thing down. I don't want those trees to really come in the way here. So with this 5 wood, I'll probably draw it a little bit. It's too early to try and play out of trees. Nice light drive. Nice light 5 wood swing there. There's that draw. Don't start the day with any kind of stress. One of the things I'm working on in 2026 is as soon as I have that moment where I think this will work if, new club. I knew this was gonna work for sure. That's the way to play. All right, so this is 130 yards in. Normally I would be hitting my 48 degree, but because it's early morning, because I'm stiff, I'm just gonna club up to the pitching wedge here, hit it nice and light, try and get on a green to start the day. Push that off to the left. So part of that body is trying to swing on through, but because I clubbed up, I didn't go in the bunker. So it's just a little, hopefully chip and putt territory here. All right, one of the things with so what I'm thinking right now is with this simulator, I can't really see what this ridge is like. I don't know how far it's ending, so I'm just gonna use my 60 degree. Normally I would try and bump and run a little bit shorter, but I'm gonna try and go about half the distance here and see if it'll check up closer. Just trying to roll into that gimme territory. Oh, it's gonna push off for me. I'm gonna have to try and make a putt to start the day. Let's turn on the grid so that we can see what we're dealing with here. I have a tricky time putting indoor, but we'll try and treat this as just a little bit of break here. 10 feet, I think, is just kind of to the screen. Go a little bit off, about a cup outside might do it. Oh, too much. All right, opening bogey, not ideal, but also not terrible, because if my goal is just to break 80, I can have a couple bogeys along the way here. If you're taking one on a warm-up hole right at the start, who cares? Playing golf this morning, this is great. So I'm just dialing this back because I'm probably only going to hit maybe 240, 250 on this drive because I am stiff. I can feel it right in the lower back for sure. Just building in some excuses early because that's what we do. I'm also trying a new grip. I've been working with my coach, going with a much stronger grip on my lead hand and trying to just hit a little bit of a draw. He said if I have kind of a stock draw with all my shots, it's going to be a little bit more reliable. So let's see how this works out in the first swing of the day with the driver. Felt pretty good contact. There's the draw. And I might be around that 240, 250 like I'm expecting, just short of that bunker. Nice. Very happy with that. You'll notice today, I am not going to try and power up any drivers. Just try and hit them nice and smooth. And that was 246. I will take that all day. So we're at 166 territory here. This is one where I don't actually want to go long because of the bunker that's back there. So while I could hit my 7 iron, I'm going to go with my 6 iron because I think being short on the front of this green is going to be better because middle's about 166. So if I hit this maybe 155-ish today as I start this round, that might be good. Another one that started off left, so I'm going to have to adjust for that. That would have been a really good club if I hit that a bit straighter. Now I got a tricky left-sided chip here. That was certainly not the side I wanted to miss on. Now that I know I've missed 2 left, I can kind of compensate for that. I didn't want to overcompensate because of the first iron shot that I had left, but now I can see that's a bit of a pattern. So I'm setting up a little weird, or I'm not quite coming through on the ball today. So now I'm just trying to chip on the green. It's going to have to go past this hole. Or just leave it short. That's always a lovely plan too. All right. Really rough way to start this round now, but that's what you got to deal with. Okay, so here we go. Can't worry about it. Let's try and do that exact same shot. Should be good. Get in. Oh, all right. We're looking at a double bogey square in the face here if this misses. Now, because the other putt I thought was going to move didn't move at all, I think I'm basically just going to play this one straight. Maybe I pushed it a little left. That's a ugly double bogey after being a nice drive right in the middle of the fairway, but we have to just deal with it and move on. It's not ideal. And that brings it to the first par 5. This is definitely too narrow for a driver. So I'm just going to do this 5-wood again like I did on the first hole. If I can hit that exact shot, it should be a great position to kind of lay up short on this par 5. A little bit left on that, but let's see if it gets the draw. There it is. It's trying. It's going to miss those trees just barely. Beautiful little spot there. All right, so this is a reliable club so far today, especially teed up. Got to keep that in the memory bank. Hey, you know what? Let's just try it again because this is a nice little straightaway path here. I can go a little over 200 yards. I'm going to choke down a little just because I don't want to get too out of control with this thing. Just trying to put it straight down there. Hit behind that, so that's gonna be okay. It's gonna be much shorter than I wanted, but that's something that I can deal with because there's a nice little look in the green. And it's actually a really good thing I chunked that a bit because that angle was deceiving. I think that might have gone quite a bit further. If I'm gonna have any chance to break 80 after this rough start, then I need fortunate breaks like that. And that's one of the things you have to kind of keep in mind as you're playing through the game. Take the good with the bad. This is when I'm going to go straight at the pin because if I do miss a bit left again, it's fine because there's lots of space on the green on that side. There you go. Didn't miss left that time. Oh, if anything, it drew a little bit. Kick left off that ridge. Very nice. Oh, what a great roll. All right, we have a birdie putt. Finally. Finally. Why would I even say that? It's only been 3 holes. Yeah, it's only the 3rd hole. I shouldn't say finally because there's rounds where I might get to hole 16 until I have a good birdie look. This is very fast, so I'm just going to go way outside to the left here. Oh, that was a really good putt. Great putt. I'm going to birdie flat for that one. Great birdie. Okay, lots of room up there actually for this driver. If I miss a little bit left, it's not a big deal. I should not be missing right because I don't have the tendency to pull this thing. Although if I do that, I'm going to leave myself in a really awkward 50-yard range. Don't want that. So I'm going to go back to the 5-wood because I feel much more comfortable with an approach in that's somewhere between 100 and 140 yards. 55-yard shots are just awkward for me. So dial it back to the 5-wood that I've been hitting well so far off the tee. And just get it up there. If it misses a bit left, it's okay. If it draws around, it's even better. There's the draw. Oh, just missed the cart path, but that's fine. This might be 100 something. 112. All right, it's good range. So with that being 112 coming out of the rough, I'm going to use my 52 degree. Just a nice smooth one here, not trying to hammer it too hard because I'm not going to get much spin out of this. So it's going to hit and roll. It's going to lose some of the power. It's nice and easy. Trying to hit short and bounce around. All right, so there's that little lefty miss again, but that's fine. That was actually a really good distance, so I can be happy with that. First really significant lag putt of the round, so 36 feet. These are tricky for me to gauge indoor. Moves a little bit in both directions, so I think I'm mostly just going to go straight at this. If anything, err a little bit on the left side. Let's see if that's the right feel. Might be a little firm. Oh, darn it. I really hate being just outside that gimme range. That would have been such a nice par to make. And now I have to earn it. Oh, wait, did it give it to me? Maybe it came back a little bit. Yes, okay. Oh, that was fantastic luck there because it looked like it had gone just outside that gimme range. And those are such tricky putts when you're so close to getting a freebie. So indoor, take what you can get. That was a nice little par now. All right, I've got a hybrid in hand, 207 right to the back there, but I want to be a little bit short on this if possible. I'm going to aim off to the bunkers on the left because this has the tendency to draw similar to my 5 wood. And then hit and bounce. That could be nice. That could be really nice. Oh, that could be lovely. Get going. Yes. Just got this club in the bag last year. That tasted kind of gross. Just got this club in the bag last year, and it's been really nice to start to get the feel, knowing that you have to set it up so the face feels open. That's what I had to get used to. I don't know if anybody else has a hybrid and you've gotten that similar situation. Don't make it feel like the club face is square. You actually have to feel like it's quite open looking, and that's going to be a key to success and probably why I hit that little draw. All right, back to driver here. 2 really good driver swings so far. My coach, if you are in Ancaster or Hamilton area, Matt Cupido, great coach that I've got lined up right now. I've gone through 2 sessions with him already, and he's made my swing feel a lot more controlled. So just the little thing he said, like I said here, why am I just repeating myself? If you already watched the video, you know what I'm doing with my hand here. It's a strong grip. Why do I need to say it again? Let's just hit a drive. Top that a little bit, but that's going to be a nice low one that should run maybe 230. Maybe not even that, but it's fine. It's in play. Strong grip for the win. Look at that beautiful 195-yard drive. But this is a great opportunity to remind you, whoa, 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 as I almost break an ankle, that you do not need to smash the ball huge distances to score well. So that's a less than 200-yard drive. I got 170 into the hole here. I'm going to use my 7-iron, and let's just try and get on. Obviously, if you are not hitting the ball far, then you might not have a 7-iron as your approach in. So there's going to be that little bit of variety, obviously, with your own game. I know I can hit this 7-iron there because normally I hit it further than 200 off the tee. But if you don't, this might be where you have a hybrid or something and you go into the green. But if you can't hit it 200 yards, really all you're trying to do is land short of the green, try to pitch on, and maybe you save a par putt, or maybe you just take your bogey and you're happy with it. Missed that. Uh-oh, I might hit right in the middle of the tree. Oh, okay. That was a pretty fortuitous bounce off that tree. So usually when you hit a tree, it ends up poorly. But I actually am really glad I did that because I don't have that short-sided chip anymore. And I have almost the exact same length of putt I had last time. So now I just need to try and control the speed a little bit better. I was trying to go a little bit more right of the hole because it was breaking, but I didn't. But there's much better speed. Very fortunate par. Topped a drive, hit a tree, got a par. If that's not lucky golf, I don't know what is. We're on a pretty good pace here. 2 rough holes at the start, but that's how you get your body warmed up. You don't beat yourself up. You just get ready. The golf's going to give some shots back to you. Okay, so moving quick through this right now. Just going to take a quick little coffee break here. Because again, that was hotter than I anticipated. This Owala's really keep things warm. I wanted a little bit of coffee because I feel myself a little bit discombobulated. I'm trying to be clear for the video. I'm trying to stay focused on the game here. But sometimes my brain just feels like it's almost like you ever see those like dirt dust tornadoes that happen in the street? Okay, you go through some weird little wind pocket and it's picking up a little dust. And right now my brain kind of feels like that, where everything's sort of controlled, but it's not staying in one spot. So all of my thoughts are kind of moving and it's difficult to stay focused right now. I have a little sip of coffee, one more. And let's get back at it and stay focused here. The other thing with this tournament is I was only able to book a 1-hour time slot today just because of some family commitments. I was only able to book this 1-hour time slot because of some family commitments today. So I do feel a little bit more rushed getting through it than normal, but it's fine. I'm 6 holes in. It's been 20 minutes, 20, 40, 60. Let's get rolling. All right, this is one where there's a bunker that is up there, right in kind of where my driver might land. So I'm just going to hit a 5-wood because I don't mind being short of that bunker. Just keep the hazard out of play. A slightly longer approach into the green is not a big deal. Look at that. I had zero fear about getting to that bunker. You really need to pick a club that you feel completely confident in. Confident with. All right, now we're going 160 in. So this is where I feel okay going back to my 8-iron. Usually this is about a 165 club. If I just hit this nice and smooth, we should be good here. My body is starting to warm up, so I should hit a little bit better in terms of my distance. I've been missing a bit left, so I'm going to err a bit more on the side of right of this pin. And now that one goes exactly where I wanted to. That's okay. Golf's a funny game. I'm going to have to chip that. Yeah, I'm going to have to chip that. That was a really good swing, though. So we are going to go with the 60 here again because I feel pretty confident chipping with this thing. But again, I can't see. Why did I say again twice there? I can't really see what the ridge is doing completely. I don't trust the grid, so I'm just going to keep moving along here. I want to land at about 8 yards. Let it release the other way. That might be a little bit short of what I wanted, but maybe it kicks off that hill. Come on, get lucky, get lucky, get lucky again. Got lucky again. Par save, moving on. Whoo, by the skin of my teeth. All right, we got closest to the pin comp. Okay, so because I hit that 8-iron really pure last one, and it still went a little bit long, I'm just gonna go to 9-iron here. Yeah, this is confident. I can do 9-iron. It's either 9-iron or I do 8-iron teed up. I'm gonna do 9 because I feel like I've been hitting good strikes with the irons so far today. It's just been going left. So Jackson really close, 3 feet 3 inches. Let's just hit this 9-iron pure and see if we can get anywhere near that. Oh, I didn't hit that one pure. That was a little bit thin, but that's okay because I clubbed down here. Certainly not gonna be closest to the pin, but it's in safe territory. Ooh, very, very awkward spot here though. So this is gonna be another 60 that I have to kind of hit off to the right side here and see what happens off that ridge. Slow, slow, slow. Couldn't get enough spin on that one. Bad chip that time. This is where I prefer, like I said earlier, getting some of that bump and run into my chipping, but without really seeing these greens, it's hard because it's really important that you find a good landing spot so that you know where to roll from. But I find it's really difficult to see the landing spots in these. But that's okay. 21 feet, just trying to get it into the circle at this point and take a bogey. That's enough for me, don't mind. Again, I've had 2 birdies today already, which is really abnormal for me on a 9. So taking that bogey is not the end of the world. We'll just eat our medicine and move on. Did I just say eat our medicine? Isn't it drink our medicine? If you're still watching this video, comment below. It's drink your medicine, yes? And also feel free to chime in with any number of weird things I've said in this video. What's your least favorite thing I've said so far? Why don't we comment that? Comment your least favorite thing I've said so far. The weirdest thing, the cringiest thing, the most inaccurate thing. It's early morning. Chirp me. I don't mind. All right, we've got driver back in hand. This is a par 5, not very long, just under 500 yards. Setting off a little bit to the left here. Try and draw it around to the middle. Very low. There we go. So the thing I said with my coach I want to work on next time is that now that I'm starting to feel comfortable with this grip, I want to get a little bit more height. So I don't know if it's just adjusting the actual club head or if there's something I can change with my swing path. There's always something that you can tweak in your game. That's why golf is endlessly frustrating and beautiful and fantastic. You're never perfect. You're never done. You're never better. Well, you're better. That was a dumb comment. Hopefully you are better the more you play and the more you practice. All right, 200 yards for hybrid back in hand. Aiming at that left bunker. Try to draw it towards the green again. Draw so it misses that. That should be a nice little spot to bounce. really good. On this green in 2, there's an eagle putt. So 32 feet. I've had a couple that were 36, and I started to get the pace of that that second time around. I had a really good putt. This one looks like it goes slightly downhill, but not too much at the hole. So I'm just going to kind of play it a bit off to the right here, and then try and do that 30-odd foot power. That felt pretty good. That should be slow enough that it stays for the birdie. How about that? 3rd birdie of the day? I'm going to take that all day long. That's like the most that I get in 2 rounds. All right, so, and hopefully that's what you can take as a takeaway from this video, is that when you're playing smart, good things will happen for you, right? There's been a lot of chances that I've actually dialed back on clubs, or I've clubbed up in approaches in. Just playing something that I feel confident hitting, that's going to make so much more of a difference than always hitting what you think your max club is. And if you think you can get there with the 6, if you really hit it perfectly, don't do the 6. Go up to the 5 or your hybrid or whatever you've got. If you have to hit it perfect to do what you want, don't choose that club. We are just amateurs. It's not going to work out well for you. So I'm going to go back to the 5 wood here, trying to leave this about 100 yards into the green. That sounded solid, and that ball came right back to my feet. Nicely done. This is the best I've felt with this 5 wood in a long time. All right, 94 yards. So normally I would do like a 3/4 56 here. I'm going to do that. I don't know why I would not do it. I'm going to do about a 3/4 56 to try and get a little bit of spin action on this thing. That felt like a pretty good strike. Hit and check, hit and check. Oh, I didn't quite get the spin I wanted, but really great approach shot. I've had 2 gimme birdies. I've putted 1 birdie in myself. Let's see if I can putt a second one in here. A little bit off to the left. Right. Not quite. No! Oh, I almost had to move that back in. Whew, that was just a little firmer than I anticipated. All right, hole 11. We are officially halfway through my bay time and over halfway through this round. So although I'm trying to speed up a little bit, this is a good pace that I'm on here. So hopefully you're enjoying what you're seeing. If you're still with me and you haven't commented yet, please comment below. What's your main takeaway from this so far? Have I said something that gets in the brain a little bit and gives you that little spark of like, oh, that would make my game a little bit easier? I'm always looking for some. Even feel free, drop a comment about your favorite tips, something that you've noticed I could have already done that would help me next time I play. I'm always looking to get tips, give tips, just make golf a more community-based experience. Driver is back in hand here. I'm not going to hit that creek. It's out of my power distance. Matt Capito, I am loving this new driver swing. I can't imagine. It was something just as simple as slightly stronger on one hand. All right, now 220 in. This is another par 5. I think this is something where if I can hit my 5 wood well off the ground, yeah, that creek, it's about halfway. I only have to get 200 in the air, so that thing shouldn't be in my way. It's deceiving. Oh, it's because this is the short one. That one right there, that's only about 100 yards. It looks closer to the green from here. But if you look down at the map here, lots of space. So 5 wood's the play. If I can get on a green again in 2, that would be awesome. If I'm a bit short, it's just a little pitch on. Might have drawn that a little bit too much there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, did not anticipate that one. First big mistake. Overdraw. Out of bounds. Dang, that was OB, so I have to re-hit. All right, I need to hit this a little bit more pure this time. I don't want to give all these strokes away now and lay up like I probably just should have done there, but got a little greedy. Let's try and hit it better. Okay, that one will not go OB. I hope. Oh my gosh. Okay. Would have been okay with that the first time. That's where simulator golf is a little bit different. I had to come all the way back like I'm a pro here. Obviously, if most of us are playing, you go OB there, you just kind of go parallel to where you entered. So my approach on, I could have possibly been on the green here, but now I'm not. And I've left myself really short-sighted. So first real hole where my mind did not think through the process better. Knowing it was a par 5, I should have anticipated more about the sand here. Knowing that I draw my 5-wood, I probably should have considered that more, because this front bunker would have been terrible to be in anyway. So I should have just laid up short, used my 100-yard approach in. But live and learn. Nothing we can do about it now. Just trying to get onto the green here and see if we can manage a putt. Just gotta get over that bunker. Oh. Okay. First blow-up hole. I don't know about you, but it always seems every round I play, there's at least one hole that's just an absolute disaster. And this is one. These are the things that skyrocket our score and make breaking 80 really challenging. All right, because yeah, this is into like triple or quad territory here, I think. Yeah, really unfortunate. So this is the double bogey putt. This would be a pretty incredible save, which sounds weird to say if I could get the double bogey. Oh, right line, just missed it. So triple bogey, that's going to jack the score up a little bit. But thankfully, this is where you got to try and stay positive and not beat yourself up too much about something like this. I had those couple birdies, so it's actually pretty leveled off. I've had a triple, a double, and one bogey, I think. So 6 over, minus the birdies. There's three over right now, I think. Close. 4 over. So there. Oh yeah, there was another bogey that I had forgot that was in there. But still, 4 over. I'm on pace to break 80 still, because if I'm going to break 80, I didn't actually look at what par is here, but we'll assume it's 72. I could have an 8 over score, and right now I'm 4 over. And I'm beyond halfway. All right, so let's try and drive a good one down there. This is a longer par 4 now. That was a bad strike. That really topped. It's going to hit the trees. You can tell my foot came out of that one. This is where, full disclosure to my brain, I'm trying to stay positive, but it is honestly a battle for me. It still is a battle to stay positive. All right, because now I'm going to have to punch out here. So these are the things that I try really hard to say the right things. But if I'm being truly honest, which is what I want this round to be, I have that doubt, that internal eating away at my confidence that I can feel deeper in me. It's not really entering my brain. It's a weird thing to kind of explain, I guess, to somebody. But it feels like when I stand over, there's a moment, a very quick flash of self-doubt on some shots. I'm just trying to punch this out into the fairway. And this is another one where we just have to take our medicine, drink our medicine, eat our medicine, snort our medicine. Don't snort your medicine. All right, so having to be okay with a bogey here. I'm just trying to put the 5-wood up there. Might be able to get on the green here. I laugh so I don't scream. Golf shouldn't be that frustrating for you, right? So my go-to is, my defense mechanism is to laugh, because I don't want to talk about how embarrassed I am that I hit that shot. But if I'm being honest, I'm embarrassed that I hit that shot. Shouldn't be, because golf is a hard game, but that's the way it felt. Okay, got it up and over. I think I hit a little bit behind that, so yeah, it's going to be short. Now I have to chip it close to get a gimme bogey. All right, so going about 6 yards, I think it's going to hit that ridge and go a bit left. That was too firm. Oh, good riddance. Should have gone back and just done the bump and run, not caring about that ridge. That's what I should have done. I thought about it even for a second, and I didn't think to say it out loud. If I said it out loud, I might have been able to stop myself from doing that. And this is why it's hard to play the most honest round of golf in YouTube history, because there's so many self-doubts that go through my mind. Even when I'm playing well, it takes one shot to kind of derail me, which is not a good habit. 16 feet. Right, and even when I didn't read. Even when I say, don't let one bad hole get to you. I know the premise. I can give it to people for advice. Sometimes it's hard to live through that, though, and follow through. Oh, good putt. Just missed it, but unfortunate double bogey. Honestly, that blindsided me a little bit. That was a triple bogey. Was that back-to-back triples? That's not ideal. Now breaking 80 is tough here. And now what I have to do is go back to my regular grip and try to hit a fade, because this is a tricky corner here. Ooh, ball came right back. That was a really good drive. A little less of a fade and a little bit more of just kind of straight on that line. But it's nice to know that I don't have to change my swing. It's just really my grip that I can kind of hit a couple different shots that way now. All right, so 124, we're going to the 52-degree territory because I hit a good one with it before. It was just a little bit left. So I'm going to just kind of aim slightly left of this pin. I don't want to get too aggressive because I don't want to have that short-sided chip on. So if I aim a bit left, hopefully it draws just a little, but not kind of held that line, and that's okay because I'd rather have that longer chip, and let's try and bump and run one properly. I'm going to go with a little 7-iron bump and run here. I only need to hit it about 5 yards or so, and it should go the rest of the distance. Actually, no, if I wanted about a third, I need a 9-iron. A 7-iron, you land about a quarter and it rolls 3/4. A 9, you land about a third and it rolls 2/3. So I want this to land about 5 yards out, and it should roll about the rest of the way. That might have been a little too firm. I didn't quite close. Oh, yeah, I just landed that a little bit further than I wanted. But the math is right. It's a good little thing I saw in a Dan Grieve video. It's just takes some practice, and again, not quite seeing exactly what it looks like because of the sim. Got to give a little bit of room for error there. All right, 14 feet. I don't know why I don't know if it's the monitor reads a bit more left. I thought that was a pretty straight putt. So maybe I'm pushing it off. Maybe it's on this little ridge. I don't know. Thought I was going to drain that one, but that's a bogey. All right, so I'm going to use 8-iron here and tee it up. Basically at this point now, in terms of my mind, I know the goal of this video was to show a way to break 80. Hopefully you can actually see that the way I was playing was the way to break 80. Those 2 holes are what you can't do though. Those kind of blow up holes. Can't hit things out of bounds. Can't be hitting trees twice in a hole kind of thing. So the strategy is there, which I like. I need to take that away as a positive for myself. And now I'm just going to try and keep the score as low as possible. Maybe I'll still find a birdie or 2 on the way in here and I can still break 80, but I have to be okay if I don't now. Right? If I end up low 80s, that's got to be fine with me. So now I'm just going to reset here. I've got a teed up 8-iron, so it should go shorter than the 165 I'm used to with it. Aim a bit off to the left here. Let's see if it'll draw a little bit because it's teed up. Yep, really nice little draw there. Oh, that's a great strike. Oh, such a good strike. It actually went further than I anticipated. Okay, so let's just try to do a little bit of practice chipping here again. I'm going to go back to the 9-iron, just not hit it as firm this time. I just want it to go off to the right. There we go. It gets in that territory as a gimme par, and that feels like an eagle after a couple triple bogeys. Got another par 5. This is a really nice course. I haven't actually acknowledged the beauty of this course. Whistler Golf Club. I'm Canadian, but I've never golfed out on the West Coast before. I would love to, because as you can see, it's very picturesque. But this looks like it's a forgiving course considering how many trees are out there. All right. Back to the stronger grip, just kind of aiming down that left side. Bit more of a draw than I would have liked, but that's really great roll. Might be a bit of an awkward distance here, actually. I didn't look at the full distance of the hole. I think I'm going to be under 100. Oh, right on 100. Okay. That's great, actually. I thought it was going to be a bit closer. So this is a nice 56 degree. This is one where I can just hit it confidently. This is one of my favorite distances. Just a nice smooth 56. Oh, it went a little bit left. But again, a really good distance. I just didn't quite anticipate that. I'm just going to keep this 56 in hand. It's just like a little delicate chip here. Gonna go about 4 yards. I basically want to go just short of the screen here in terms of power and off to the left. Oh, I hit the screen. But chip it in, chip it in, chip it in. Oh, I tried. That was a really good chip. You got to pace that out sometimes, and that worked. So good par after that short-sighted leave there. Okay, now, one thing I just noticed as I'm trying to play honest here, I don't need to worry about longest drive, is that, because I can't, as you can see, longest drive, yeah, look at that, 340, who is this Jeff Helps kid? Look at these people. These people have absolutely power drives, but if you notice, they're not up on the leaderboard. So distance doesn't always equate to success. But I mean, look at me, I'm not on the leaderboard either. Anyways, stop myself from talking before there. One thing I was just thinking as I was kind of walking back over here is that I haven't like beat myself up in terms of personal insults this round, which is nice. Sometimes I play and I'll be like, you dummy, what a stupid decision. I haven't said that yet today. So the positive I'm taking away is that my strategy's been good, minus just those couple holes that things went haywire, and that I haven't actually insulted myself. It's just a weird thing to say as a success from this round. But I'm proud of that, because it means that slowly but surely, my brain is coming around to play golf in a more confident way. Because that was a really great drive. Holy, that might be my best. I cut that angle too, so I wonder if it measures that way. How far is that gonna read? 266, that's my longest of the day. I really don't, this is a strange one. I'm gonna play this. Let's play smart for a second and take a look at what this does. If I go 100, 100, I could go 130 here and have 60 in, or I could just go 100 and have 90 in, which is a good 60 degree. Let's try that. We're just gonna go a little 56 and then a little 60. Very conservative, because I don't wanna top a shot and be in the water, and I also don't wanna go long because then I'm short-sighted on myself. So I'm just gonna be super conservative here. All right, and let's just watch how this works. When it's a par 5, just know yourself, okay? I thinned that a little bit, so I probably didn't give myself the distance I wanted. But if it's just under 105, okay, it's 93, so it's still the 60 degree, okay? Because I was looking at about 80 for my 60 degree, but this 90 is actually good, because if I go a little bit short with the 60, it should be good. If I go a little bit long, it's not gonna be so long it's off. This is just gonna be a nice, kind of smooth 60, I'd say. It's like in between full and 3/4. It's a good distance, I think, for around 90. Hit that ridge. Oh, it just checked up a little too fast, but look at that. I've given myself a very makeable birdie putt just by playing smart. If I would have gone too aggressive, I could have topped it in that water. I could have gone in the bunker. I could have gone long with a weird chip. Right? But all we want to do is just not play complicated golf. Now it's been pushing off a little bit left, so I'm going to go a little bit more right than I think I need to here and see if that changes things. Yeah, see, it's still going left, even though it doesn't really break that hard that way. So I think it might be this little lump that's in the mat. It's hard to say. You never know with indoor, but good par. I'll take that. That was smart. Limit the damage. All right, we got 7-iron in hand. I'm going to tee it up a little bit. I've got 2 holes to go and only 7 minutes left on my bay time. So let's just finish well here. That was a good strike. Trying to draw it a little bit to get that bunker out of the way. Oh, it cleared it, which is nice. Man, normally when I tee it up, I usually lose distance, but I'm hitting these very pure. A 188 with a 7-iron is not anything I ever do. Was there elevation I didn't notice there? All right, tricky territory here because I have to clear that ridge. So I'm gonna go for a 56 degree, which is about halfway. Oh, that was too hard. That was way too hard. Hammered it, just hammered it. That's not a way to keep on my bay time. Oh man, but if I can make this comeback putt, it's pretty close to saving time. We'll see. Either way, I should be able to get this in the hole, in the circle. In the hole would be amazing. Should be able to get this in the circle. 20 feet. That was a good putt. Oh, drained it. Let's go. Yes. Is that birdie? No, par. Par. Take that birdie back. That was ridiculous. No, I forgot that I had to chip on. Silly me. Let's finish. 18th hole, par 4 to finish it off. Let's finish Drog here. I felt so good about that part, but It felt like a birdie. That's golf, right? Is you just want to enjoy the experience. Nice center face. Good drive. Can put that. I got that sloth cover for my driver. Love it. My family loves sloths, so it's a nice reminder of family, but also it reminds me to kind of go slow and easy. I'm not a power guy. I'm not chasing major distance here, so this helps my driver stay a little bit more centered. 146. I cannot go long here, so this is going to be a pitching wedge. I'd rather just be kind of in the middle of the green. And if anything, if I'm getting that little bit of distance, maybe it's because these greens are pretty hard too. Might roll a little bit further. That should be really good. A little bit more spin than I expected, so I've got a bit of a lag putt. 50 feet. This is a tough putt to leave myself to end this day. All right, let's see. There we go, right over here. Let's see if we can gauge this one properly. That felt too soft, but it might catch that ridge is the hope. Oh, okay, that's actually gonna be fine. Sit there, nice easy par to end the day. And I ended at +8. So let's see, was this 72? Did I shoot 80? Yeah, there it is. So, I mean, I did shoot 80, but let's take a look at how this breakdown went. I had that bogey, was it the double at the start, and then birdie, birdie, bogey, birdie, and then tough, like that back-to-back triples. You really want to avoid that. But then I just settled in again because I did try and keep, hey, it's my shadow. Hey. I'm an idiot. Oh, there's my first insult. I am happy that I got that 80. Again, I gotta stop those insults. But I am really happy that I got that 80 because I could have totally derailed, like big time, with those two triple bogeys. These early mornings, I tell you, those two triple bogeys could have really made me spiral. But I settled in. I took a moment, realized what was happening, and I just tried to play my game again. And this is what can happen. I played some really smart holes. If I just avoided the bad hits that I had, that's really all it was on the triples. I didn't really make bad decisions. I don't think in that entire round. Most of them were really smart. And that's ideally what I want to do all through 2026 season, is just play the hole as smart as possible, because bad strikes are going to happen, bad holes are going to happen. We're amateurs here, right? That's all we're shooting for, is to have some fun on the course. And me hitting my target score being, any of those. I could have shot a 76 realistically if a couple of those holes were a little bit better, but whatever. I know that breaking 80 was there, the strategy was right, so that's what I'll take away from today. If you liked this video, please make sure you click the like button, and if you don't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll have a bunch of other videos that I'm putting out. And thankfully, in Canada, in Ontario in particular, it's almost outdoor season, so I can finally play some real golf again. So thank you very much for being here. Click like, click subscribe, click all the things. Bye.